As today we are learning 3 new vocabulary words. What I want you to do is look over at our word wall and see if you can find the 3 words that are new to us. There's 3 that we are unfamiliar with on this board. Look and see if you can find those 3. Mason, can you find one?
Mode.
Mode is one. What's another one, Brent?
Mean.
Mean is another one. And we're looking for one last one. Blake, can you find it?
Median.
Yes, they are all M words. Median. Now these are the 3 new vocabulary words that we are going to talk about all week long. So, the first thing we need to do is find out, well, what do they mean? And for that, I found a song that we can sing together. So it's up here on the whiteboard. And the first thing I'm going to do is I'm going to sing it to you, and then you're going to sing it back to me. We're going to practice it together. But I'm going to sing it first. The tune is to row, row, row your boat. So, let's start me off with the beat. Got it? Mode, mode, mode's the most, average is the mean. Mean, 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 always in between. Very good. So now you've kind of heard the tune of it. Now I want you to practice. I'm going to say the first line. You're going to repeat it back to me. We're going to keep going like that until we get through the rest of the song. Okay? So, mode, mode, mode's the most.
Mode, mode, mode's the most.
Average is the mean.
Average is the mean.
Median, 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 median.
Median, 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 median.
Always in between.
Always in between.
Good. Now let's see if we can do it together. Let's get a beat for us. Make sure we don't get too fast. 1, 2, ready, go.
Mode, mode, mode's the most. Average is the mean. Median, 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 median. Always in between.
Alright, the claps kind of mess us up a little bit, so let's see if we can do it one more time without the claps. Remember, it's to row, row, row your boat. Look at the words to help you remember what you need to say. Alright, I'll sing it with you. Ready? 1, 2, ready, go.
Mode, mode, mode's the most. Average is the mean. Median, 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 median. Always in between.
Very good. So now that we've learned the song, and we'll be practicing it every day so it gets stuck in our heads, let's see if we can use this song to figure out what these 3 words mean. Because it's no use to us unless we know what they mean. So when you see mode, mean, and median, you're going to be looking at a problem with numbers in them. And it might be random numbers. You might see 5, 6, 7, 10, 11, 11, 13, and 15. And it might be a list of numbers. So looking at our song, let's look at mode first. What do you think mode means? Hannah?
The most.
Okay, what do you think most means? We know in our song that it says the most, but what does most mean to us? Jared?
Most mentioned.
Okay, good. Most mentioned, or what is written the most, or what is repeated. That's good. So in your notes, put what is written the most. So looking at these numbers, what would our mode be? Cecilia? 11, good, that's right, because it's written twice, and every other number is only written once. So let's move on and let's look at mean. Looking at our song, what does mean mean? Funny, mean. What does it mean? Reese?
Well, it says average, so like, it's gonna be like adding up all the numbers.
Okay, good, like how do we find that average? You have a class average in math class where I add up all your grades together. How do I get my average?
And then you would divide by how many numbers there are.
Good, so my first step is add all numbers. That's your key word, is you have to add all of them. And step 2 would be what?
Divide the sum by how many numbers there are.
I like how you use that word. You divide the sum by how many numbers there are. Make sure you're getting these steps in your notes. Alright, find the average of this. So let's, first step is to add all the numbers together. So 5 plus 6 is 11 plus 7. 11 plus 7 is 18. 18 plus 10. 28 plus 11. 39 plus 11. 50 plus 13 is 63 plus 15. Yes. Sorry. So now that I have 78, my next step Reese told me is that I need to divide the sum by how many numbers there are. So how many total numbers do I have? Megan?
8.
There's 8 of them. So let's divide. Can 8 go into 7?
No.
So how many times can 8 go into 78? It's not going to go in evenly, so we're going to have a decimal for this, but how many times can it go into it? Reese.
9 times.
Okay, 8 times 9 is?
72.
Okay, did I subtract that? 8 minus 2 is? 6. So what do I do next? Because 8 can't go into 6. Okay, I put my decimal, and then I heard bring my 0 down. 8 can go into 60. Doesn't go in evenly. Goes in 7 times, and it gives me 56. I subtract. I get 4 left over. Can 8 go into 4? Take my 0, bring it on down. How many times can 8 go into 40? 5 times. So my mean would be 9.75. Okay, you will get decimals when we do these. So now we talked about mode, mean, last one is median. So looking at your song, what do you think median means? Brent?
Maybe the middle number of all of those.
Okay, maybe it's your middle number. So for median, you have to find that middle number. Well, how can I do that? How do I find where my middle number is, Justin?
Because I'll put them in least the greatest and start.
I like that you said that because it has to go from least to greatest. If it wasn't, you wouldn't get the same answer. Now, can I put it from greatest to least?
Yes.
Good, it's the same thing. So when doing median, must list it from least to greatest or vice versa. So let's do this one. What should I do? Megan?
You cross out the smallest number,
Okay.
the biggest,
Good, one least, one greatest.
and the smallest.
Least, greatest, least, greatest. Now, I have 2 left. Can I have 2 numbers for my median?
No.
No, I cannot. I have to have just 1. So how do you think I can figure this out? Josh?
You can add them together.
Okay, I can add them together. That's my first step. So 10 plus 11 is 21. Okay, now that I've added them together, what should I do next? Because 21 is not my median, so I have to find the middle number. So how could I do that? Cecilia? That is correct. You have to divide it by 2. So 2 can go into 2 how many times? Once, which gives me 0. Can 2 go into 1?
No.
It goes in 0 times. Put my decimal, bring down my 0. 2 can go into 10 5 times, so your median is 10.5 or 10.5. Any questions on this so far? All right, we're going to do some more practices together.